The massive brain versus the big ass coin. Week 10 results. The winner of Week 10 came down to Monday night's game. Again. The massive brain had a 1-game lead going into Monday night, but since ties goes to the big ass coins, picking the right team was crucial to the massive brain's chances of winning his second week in a row and taking a commanding 2-week lead with only 7 weeks left in the season. The decision wasn't easy for the massive brain. Green Bay was playing Minnesota in Green Bay, which was a layup in terms of who was going to win, but the point spread stood at 13.5, meaning that if he chose Green Bay, he would have to win by 2 touchdowns or more. If he chose Minnesota, he'd be giving 13.5 points to the same team that came within 6 points of Green Bay just 2 weeks ago. But the bigger question was, who did the big-ass coin pick? Because as long as the massive brain picked the same team as the big-ass coin, the massive brain would be guaranteed to win the week no matter which team won the game or by how much. And since you know by now that Green Bay smashed the Vikings 45-7, the only remaining questions are which teams did the massive brain and the big-ass coin have? There were 4 combinations of picks between the massive brain and the big-ass coin. Either the big-ass coin picked Minnesota and the massive brain picked Green Bay or Minnesota, or the big-ass coin picked Green Bay and the massive brain picked Green Bay or Minnesota. As you can see on this chart, probability favored the massive brain in that 3 of the 4 combinations favored the massive brain, and there was only 1 combination where the big-ass coin could win. So how did it turn out? Well, here's a hint. The big-ass coin picked Green Bay. And the winner of Week 10 is...
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. Whenever me and Khaled do the remix, everybody hands go up. Hey, showtime. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
It's already proven, I got them birds moving. All I do is win, I'm allergic to losing. Yellow gold Cuban, 9 mil Rugen. I show you what to do with them, finish them, I'm through.
Yeah, the cowboy with the swollen head guessed right and won the week by picking Green Bay. So the massive brain's head just keeps getting bigger as he takes his second week in a row. Let's look at the game-by-game summary. The big-ass coin jumped out to an early lead with Oakland's Thursday night upset of the San Diego Chargers. The coin even held on to this 1-game lead by splitting the 4 blood games on Sunday morning. But then in the afternoon, the massive brain won both afternoon blood games, giving him a 1-game lead. And with no remaining blood games for the week, the coin had to concede to the massive brain. Let's take a look at the overall scoreboard. Against all the odds, the massive brain leads the contest by 2 weeks late into the season. With both players needing only 4 wins to reach their goal line, this contest is virtually tied. I say virtually because the big-ass coin still has the advantage of winning weeks that end in a tie, which again, against the odds, hasn't happened so far this season. Very frustrating. And now, on to this week's mailbag. This week's letter is from Sheldon Cooper in Pasadena, California, who writes, Dear Big Ass Coin, my roommate and colleagues at Caltech are all big fans of the Big Ass Coin and the great work you're doing on this contest. The other night we were going over your calculations for fun, and my friend Howard asked, why didn't he just use the de Moivre-Laplace theorem as an approximation for the binomial distribution? It seems like it would have been a lot less work than using factorials. Oh, Sheldon, if I only had $1 for each time I've heard that question. Using this approach would have been a typical master's degree level mistake. As all science PhDs know, the de Moivre-Laplace theorem is only good for approximating binomial distributions when the number of trials is very large. Since there are only 16 games in a week and 256 games overall, I was uncomfortable using that method given the inevitable overestimation of the kurtosis of our probability distribution. I mean, if anything, I would have used the Poisson approximation. But I figured, what the hell? I have a computer. Why not use it? Sheldon, thanks again for the letter and for your support. I know things don't look too good for the big ass coin right now, but rest assured, the probability mass function will prevail, and the massive brain will be in a jar of formaldehyde sitting on my shelf by the time this season is over. And for the rest of you, keep those letters coming, as the massive brain versus the big ass coin contest continues.
Win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. Whenever me and Khaled do the remix, everybody hands go up.
Showtime!
And they stay there.